What's going on, fam? Today we explore the topic of anxiety using the method of forgiveness, acceptance, and moving on. We often forget we have two options when it comes to our imaginations: beauty or terror. In choosing beauty, we open ourselves to positive or beautiful possibilities. With terror, on the other hand, we torment ourselves with all sorts of dramatic and twisted negative possibilities. I remember as a kid growing up in Jamaica, there was this one really dark corner that I had to pass on my way home. There were a lot of vines hanging over that section of the road, and when they were old and dried up, they would fall. On nights where I may have stayed out a little too late, I had to face my fear and walk home alone in the dark, which I didn't really mind. I would do anything to extend my playtime away from home. Except there was this one corner. The broken vines on the ground looked like snakes. In my little brain, they were anacondas. Nobody could tell me different. Funny thing is, I also remember passing by these vines or snakes many times in broad daylight. I literally saw that they were harmless pieces of trees. However, this fact never stopped my mind from making up these elaborate horror stories once it got dark. And so it is when going through dark periods of our lives. Everything seems terrifying and out to harm us. If only we can remain open to the possibilities of beauty and positivity. Unforgiveness propels our anxiety even further than we would like it to. Perhaps we would like to possess the power to predict what comes next exactly. But even if we did, there would be no end to such a process. The hamster wheel would just keep turning, even faster perhaps. The constant worry about the obstacles that lay ahead stems from deep fears about what may happen, what might have happened in the past, either personally or to someone that we may have known or heard of. Maybe the same thing will happen to us, or even worse. These dramatic stories that we tell ourselves reveals a lack of trust. From our current point of view, we cannot see how possibly things will work out for the best. However, these horror stories that we habitually tell ourselves creates actual terror within us, which then keeps us stuck and clinging to our little corners of safety. For us to recognize and admit this, of course, may be a hard pill to swallow. But in order for us to move on, we must face and forgive our own blindness and exaggerations, which of course will take great amounts of self-love and acceptance.
Root the greenies!